Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we are back to another recording of Fez. Let's continue. I guess not to confuse the game with Rez, which is a game I very much like, but is more of a musical, kind of artsy-fartsy game, and not a puzzle platformer. We're in a different area. We've got gravestones, and we've got some secret platforms that are showing up in the lightning, which maybe we need to promote lightning, as a way of seeing more secret platforms. But also the rain certainly isn't going to hide too much of that away from me. The one mistake I could make here, though, would be to not get all these little cube bits, which are all over the place. Yep, I'm gonna go back down because I missed one. I am definitely seeing a symbol appear in the flashing, but I think it's only happening when I collect a cube bit, so I think it's probably the fact that the lightning is just probably inverting the image or converting it to black and white, and so when we have that, the animations happening, that changes things. Floating islands, always an interesting concept. I guess I haven't really seen floating islands since maybe Bioshock Infinite or Bastion. I'm gonna have to use some of the invisible platforms to get up higher, and there's two over here. Our first step will be to connect this gate so that we can get back to this area fairly easily without possibly having to jump around. So now that we've found this gate, we are safe. We're continuing with the strategy of falling to our death a lot and taking the highest route first. And that way we can collect everything a little bit easier on the way down. This one at the very top, though, works differently. I have to just do that, I suppose. That works. So, top of the tower. And let's just go through the top door, and we'll just work our way. So we've seen our village where we understand people, a secondary village where we don't understand people. We've seen a Neo-Tokyo-esque area that seems to have no people. These tombstones look they can be rotated. Maybe with grabbing X and rotating them. I'm just making an educated guess here. Right, why would I need to rotate tombstones? Okay. So by the looks of it, There's something up there. In that flash, there's a creature. By the looks of it, maybe we're supposed to rotate all of the faces. Like, everybody's facing forward now. That did seem like maybe that brought a platform that didn't exist before. What am I supposed to be doing with this creature? Like, he's there, but I don't. He's not interacting with me in any way. Trifle, outer space, after space, outer life. Okay. There's still some secret here. There's got to be another doorway, which makes me suspect what I'm supposed to do is rotate this, then wait and look around and see if a new platform appeared. If it didn't rotate it again, wait and see if a new platform appeared. Wait and rotate it again. Wait and see if a new platform appeared. Oh, well, there's one down here that I didn't match. So, let's see. That did something. Locked all the faces in one direction and played a sound effect. And it opened a new door behind him. Okay. So there was a door behind him that you couldn't enter because his face was rotating to look at you the whole time. Right. That's not how that jump was supposed to work. That was a mistake too. I need to jump here, and then jump here, and then jump here, and then from there I can reach this and get an anti-cube. Let's quickly look at the map. Yeah, that feels like that's gonna transport us back to where we need to go. And I don't know, maybe these warps, like, they definitely feel like something you would have programmed in at the last second as little shortcuts, things to make it easier, and not things that you would have spent a lot of effort or time on, because, let's face it, there probably is better programming tasks you could have worked on. Alright. Alright, well, we'll grab that. We'll grab that. And then we need to decide if there's anything up in our area to go to. I don't think there is. I think it's all downward going forward. Did we maybe get all the collectibles here? Right. Are there any doors on this floor? No. Are there any doors on this floor? No. So it's just this door and then that door which we came in on. I'm probably as recovered as I'll ever be as far as... here's another owl statue. We saw a notification we were supposed to do something with these owl statues. I don't know what, though. The owl... Owls creep me out. Like, unless I was supposed to be doing something really fast, which doesn't seem like it can rotate any faster than I'm already doing. So we are here. There is another doorway somewhere. I don't see any secret platforms. The whole bomb concept kind of disappeared. Boom. Like a bomb sound. Maybe this is, you listen to it for that boom sound, and then you turn the way the boom sound is. It seems like it's... Maybe you turn where the lightning is. They both seem like they're kind of over there. Full circle that way, it full circled that way. Yeah, whatever the trick is, I have yet to figure it out. Is there... Like, sure, I can be behind it and then the owl is looking forward. But I can only do that so much. Clearly the sound effect means something. But I have no clue. Like, so going any further that direction doesn't seem reasonable. Let's see. Now, if we were to look here, we have a 4x4 grid with a lot of things missing. This area kind of looks like a 4x4 grid with a lot of things missing. Sort of. So, let's look here. Would there be a way to depict what I'm seeing in this grid? I think the answer is probably no. Well, I do see that there's a new doorway up there that I missed, however, so we'll take that. Oops. Can't grab these gravestones and twist them. By the way, I tried. Where are you hiding, you secret platforms? Over here. Actually. So to another area we go. We're dangerously getting close to a point where it feels like at any corner I could find the next big thing, but it also kind of feels like I've worked a little too hard to find that next big thing, and the game may be approaching grindy. It is a puzzle game, so you can't hold that against it too much. That's kind of what you're signing up for as far as puzzle games are concerned. Let's see. These jumps still a little awkward. Now we have a locked door. Another cube collected. But there's a ghost. Don't believe the hypercube, says this ghost. Should I believe the ghost? So I imagine this level in particular is designed to have you recognize that there's a lot more going on as far as hidden platforms. Yet another puzzle that still doesn't really feel like it would work in that one location. I have 4 of these, so if there was some way to merge them together, I'm not really seeing that. And these ones in particular still don't have any, like, anything on the back. Let's go through here. This is probably an end node, but I'll want to come back, I imagine. Oops. Well, there's a little bit too much of that going on. Maybe a time slowdown mechanic when you're in the air. If there was just a small fraction of time you were given, would be beneficial. Okay. So, there's not a lot here, which tends to make me think that we're done here. Yeah, there's not even a door, so back we go. Where's our next platform door? There's a door here, but there's probably a door on this cube. No? Not really. Okay, good. Then maybe we can find a way to not die if I climb down here. Drop straight down like that. Nope. That's no good. So you have to climb back up. and then hit this, and then hit this, and then hit this. Again, we'll just double check to make sure. It does kind of put an extra burden on you to come back down from a lot of these levels, and you could have very well have had a speed up. Well, geez, does this place look familiar? Sure does to me. So there's a secret here, and we've got 4 of these. So let's see. I assume you probably don't want to just go through a door, because either the doors take you out another door in this cube, which would be the most generous thing, or they take you to a random place, which would be the worst thing. So we have 3, then 1, 2, then 2 on the right, and then 3 again. Do we have a puzzle that looks like that? Not that one. Not that one. Yes. So it seems to imply if I go through this door, did that change anything? I don't know. But I went through the door and it seems like that's fine. Now we have 2 space 1 and then 1 space 2 at the bottom. And we should only have to do this a couple times. Alright. So now it wants me to go through this door. And I imagine you... Well, I don't understand, because that just brought me back to this. Alright, so there must be a numbering system here. And we saw the numbering system, so let's do this in order. Okay. How did this go? This was 1. This was 8. This was 2. This was not shown, so we have to kind of guess. Alright, let's start with this and see if we get a response on that. So, am I 2 space 1, then 3, then 2? Yeah. So we should start here. Okay. And then 2 would be this. And we are in the location that looks right for 2. Just making sure. Yep. So now, if this lines up with whatever this is, this number would have to be 3. And it's not really lining up with that. Is it lining up with this one? 3, then 2 on the 3rd row, and then 3, yes. So, it seems like this symbol is not 3, it's either 16 or some other number after 8 points. Alright, so we want to do this, which actually means we want to go back through the door we walked out of. Well, that just brought us back. So now it becomes a question of, do we want to go through that again? Or do we want to try the next step? It would have to be here. Like, this is the right face. So I'd have to climb up. They made this in such a way that there's really not any way you're gonna do this without figuring this out and having each one of these. And I'm still not sure I'm gonna actually accomplish what I need to do. It didn't work. Alright, so there's more to this we can't do right now, obviously. Like, either the counting system is wrong and I didn't learn it, or there's some other trick to this. Maybe I wasn't supposed to start with 1, maybe I'm supposed to start with 0, because they did show us a 0 or a 1. Alright. So wandering around this area is not going to be beneficial. Can we figure something else out as far as another door? No, I don't think we can. So that's the crypt. It'd be kind of nice to be able to come back to that later pretty easily. And then there's one more doorway over here, so we haven't fully exhausted our options, but we are getting dangerously close to fully exhausting our options. The crypt almost certainly seems like one of the very last things you're gonna find, but it might turn into a scenario where finding the secrets just get exponentially more difficult as we move forward. It is totally possible that I'll just hit a rage quit point. Let's see. Oh, the hard jumps I can't do, but the easy jumps. The hard jumps I can do, but the easy jumps I can't, apparently. There's a bomb. We haven't seen a bomb in a while. You can see kind of clearly where the bomb would play a role. Let's see. There we go. And that puts me through to that gap, which then lets me get up here. I mean, ghost running around, I wasn't really paying enough attention for that. There's a couple more nodes, but doesn't look like there's too much. I was thinking that perhaps I could get a bomb and drag it and blow up some of these gravestones, but odds are low. Did I miss a door up there? No, I didn't. Thank goodness. Yeah. Odds are pretty low that that would lead to anything, because we've seen the gravestones in too many other places. Man. It's a little short hops. See if we can get to the top, and then we'll work our way back down. And this will be a warp. Wouldn't have been particularly hard for the game to also have decided to do us the solid of not allowing us to use a warp until we've collected everything in a at least the specific level that we're in. Although I guess I don't want to use that warp anyways, because unless it was going to specially warp me to a place I haven't been before, it's not actually going to be helpful. Because we are here, and there's another door somewhere. Ooh. Where would that other door be? No, you really don't want to have to climb all the way back up to the top. See if we've got anything. Like, we know this area, and I think we've already done that also. And this area is not where we are right now, for sure. When we're here, that doesn't really do anything. When we're here, that really doesn't do anything. Where's this other door? I found it. Feels like it's a little too easy to miss stuff. And I really only want to run around this world maybe 2 or 3 times in total. Here's a ghost. Owls creep me out, but I forget why. So do owls do something with ghosts? There's a warp, but there's also a collectible. And that brings us up to like 20, so we made good progress. Now this area is empty. So I'm jumping near the warp gate, and when I jump near it, it powers up, makes a sound effect, but then when I jump back down, it makes a powering down sound effect, which... Oh, there was a platform above me. Above that section. That was weird, because it didn't indicate that there was anything to find. Alright. So go back this direction, I suppose, and then continue to try to go this direction, or just warp to this direction. Probably be a little bit easier to just warp. Do I have a general understanding of what color this would be? It would be a dark night sky. So I'm guessing this one. Hoping. Maybe the warp, maybe there actually are more than 4 warps. Come to think of it. That's a possibility. Right. We're in a calm, peaceful environment with no rain and no thunder and lightning. And I think we straight up missed some doors. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of doors that I must have come to this location not realizing that those were doors. That's the only thing that makes sense. Because, yeah. Either that or I just warped for no reason. Here we have a king and then some special cube hat people, and then the ninjas, and then the regular peasants, which I guess are my land, or my village. It's just a bunch of peasants. So it's kind of possible that this area has the bit of information or the ability that I've needed this whole time. This is almost like a school, but built out of stone. Here we see a hypercube. Here we can see it being built. Right. So they start with this, and then they just started constructing it. Well, I was definitely not expecting an anti-cube for looking at the screen, but I got it. Although I'm not sure that the game would have really told me that there was anything in this area otherwise. Yeah. Okay, here we have a QR code that will work. So, let me bring up my cell phone and see if I can take a picture of it and figure it out. It says right trigger, left trigger, right trigger, left, 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 right. Right, right, left, right, left, 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 right. Okay. So, right trigger, left trigger, right, left, 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 right. Of course, that probably should be the only time that we have to scan a QR code, and everything else should be just inside the game. Because that's going to get redundant and annoying. QR codes are cool and all, but in fact I'm very much in love with them, but they have good uses and then they have a lot of bad uses. And I think people have gotten a little too obsessed about that. So this is like the ancient place. And again, I see a pattern, but I really can't make it out. So is it right, 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 left, 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 left? We'll try it. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, we might switch that around. Left, left, left. Right, 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 right. Yeah. This chair is totally in the way. And I can't push it. In fact, I've had very little things that I could push. We had that whole gameplay mechanic, and then it disappeared. Yeah, I can't. It should be 3 rights and then just a whole bunch of lefts. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Or 1, 2, 3 lefts and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe I'm not doing it quite right because I'm not stopping at the right place, but the other puzzles like that have not been that way. They've kind of unlocked as soon as you did the thing that needs to be done, without kind of being demanding that you pause to prove you really know what you're doing. Again, we've got some challenging platforming here. Yeah, unless this area opens up a lot of segments. I'm not really sure. There is something new there. No, this isn't new. This is just the spinning wheel thing. And all this, I think, will do is Oh, this is a timer that is raising up. Alright, so that's not hard. That's not hard at all. It's a clock, which maybe this clock area moves time around, and we'll have to come back many different times. Is this area? I don't think so. Yeah, that doesn't seem right. So we're hearing beats. And seems like what you want to do is Just kind of wait until it twists you. So as a cube, it's like a three-dimensional clock though. Oh, not a regular flat clock. Hey, there's an anti-cube. I have no idea what I did to deserve that. Seems like they kind of just want to make sure you get enough to know they exist. Which, in all fairness, like that does seem reasonable that you would want as much time as possible. You would want as much opportunity as possible to ensure that the player knows what they're doing. I think you have a decent amount of time. Yeah. Yeah, I think you hold the spinner until you let go and start moving. Did I get everything here? No way. There's like no way I got everything here. So, teleporting from the top doesn't make sense. It kind of doesn't feel like any of these move. So I don't know if this is really a clock so much as this is a three-dimensional depiction of something that I don't fully understand. Let's see. Otherwise though, there's a door. There's gotta be a door somewhere to a different location. Let's go back down this way. Let's go back down here. Yeah, here's a door. Plus here's a long message that if we could read these, that would be very helpful. It'd be very nice if it just translated completely. But honestly, it's not enough characters to be just a direct translation to English. Unless it's saying very, very basic words. And this looks like kind of an end point where, well, it connects to another area. Like I'm just kind of constantly getting this feeling that just around the corner, you do get squashed with those guys, which is a little weird because you don't get squashed with them. You don't get squashed with some other things. So the trick there is to convince the guy to go up and then swap, and there we are. I'm not sure I can fully reach. Well, I flipped that around. How many more things are in here? Nothing. And it looks like there's really only one door. Alright, well, we have an interesting building. Looks like an ancient building. We have what looks like pretty much nothing else in this area. And we've made a decent amount of progress. We're now up to 21 of the 32 cubes. It honestly feels like there's probably only 2 more treasure maps. It's a little surprising it's taking so long to find any more artifacts. Almost to the point where I'm starting to wonder if maybe you only get those after you've beaten the game, or at least the main part of the game. Keys are still kind of sparse. Anti-cubes are still kind of sparse. We got one anti-cube without even realizing what we were doing, which is a little bit weird. And then if we were to zoom out on the map here, we made some decent progress going around this area, filling in some empty gaps. But everywhere we go now, there's a lot of places that we have caught everything, and then there's just a few places with concepts that I don't fully understand. Interestingly, this has gone gold. So there was something about this room that gave me a hint for something somewhere else. And almost certainly there's a same scenario here. So there might be, well, places we haven't visited, clearly we still need to visit. There might be a situation where the game fills itself out quicker and easier than you think, because these classrooms have hints and they're just being marked as, yes, these are hints to something else, instead of being marked as, these are places you absolutely need to go, or go back to and try again. Yeah, I'm missing a key on this windmill, so there's at least one more key. And just an occasional thing everywhere. And yeah, I need to go back down to this point. So if I start to run out of options, we go back to the Game Boy looking section and we find some more cubes that way. That's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below in the description box. And if you want to support me further, there's a link to Patreon, or you can friend me on Steam and gift me a game off my wishlist. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.